Hello everyone, it's Messina here. How's it going? Got a gameplay for you on Hijacked Sharpshooter match. So the other day I made a video. Today's Tuesday. Probably posted it Monday or whatever. It was about my project and it was me, talk about the first experiment we were doing. And I felt it was a little vague and wanted to do a longer video to kind of explain it a little bit more to you. So basically, this first experiment was really simple. Basically boiled water and put it in our receiver tube. And if you don't know, our receiver tube is a steel tube inside an evacuated glass tube. Now the reason that steel tube is inside the evacuated glass tube is because it mitigates the heat transfer losses from the steel surface to ambient air, because the only way for the heat to transfer to the ambient air would be through radiation from the steel tube to the glass, because if there's no air in there, you won't have any heat convection. You theoretically won't have any heat transfer losses through convection or conduction. And by the way, for heat transfer, there's three ways. It's conduction, convection, and radiation. So these receiver tubes are really good at retaining the thermal energy. So like I said, we boiled water and put it in there. Now our thermocouples, the data we were taking was temperature. We used these three data boards that took the data for us. Each one had 8 channels on there, so we were able to take 24 points of data down the length of the receiver tube and radially. So we had 5 on the glass tube, and then we had 5 on the inside touching the steel wall, so we can get the inside steel surface temperature. Now the reason we did that was so we can see what a heat transfer profile looked like. Basically, we wanted to see where the major hotspots were in the steel tube and where the major hotspots were on the glass. And we would see how much heat transfer we lost from the steel surface to the glass. And that's basically our senior design project, is to thermodynamically model these receiver tubes. So, yeah, it was that simple. We boiled water, put in the receiver tube, and we took data. Now, the interesting part was, it actually, it was 68 degrees Fahrenheit in my house. So that was our ambient temperature. And the starting average boiled water temperature was probably about, I think I remember it was 165. So there's a 100-degree Fahrenheit difference there. And it took 17 and a half hours to get that water temperature from 165 degree F to about 68 degree F. 17 and a half hours. That just shows how impressive these receiver tubes are at retaining the thermal energy. So, like I said, this was just to clarify the experiment, throw some engineering terms at you so you can, I guess, kind of get a feel for what I've been doing for this project. There'll be more experiments to come, and I will definitely record them for you, put them up, because I think they're pretty interesting. We'll actually be doing one where we actually are using a parabolic trough, and we'll have the receiver tube at the focal point of that, and that will be more interesting because we'll actually be capturing sunlight and concentrating it at the focal point of this receiver tube, and we'll see, what happens to the water as we concentrate the sunlight on it. Of course, we know we're going to boil water, but we don't know how long or how much energy it takes to do that. So that's another reason why we're doing this experiment, and we're doing it multiple ways because we want to see what the heat transfer profile looks with a decreasing temperature, with a constant energy in, which would be from the sun. So anyway, and another reason why we made some videos is because we're working with the company Microraja, and I'm sure I told you guys that plenty of times. I asked you to go and donate, and I really appreciate everybody donating and just going to the page and checking out and supporting the project. And I appreciate you watching the videos and just watching me talk about my project. I mean, it's a really cool project. It's really interesting, so I thank you for that. But yeah, we made this video. I put it up on YouTube. I'll be posting it to our Microraja page. That link will be in the description, so make sure you check it out. And also donate if you haven't, and just spread the word. I mean, it's a really cool project, and we're trying to raise $2,500, and right now we have $1,025. I just checked yesterday, so we're doing good. We're about 41% of the way done, and I'm really proud of my team that we've raised that much money. And but like I said in an earlier video, if we actually don't reach the $2,500, we actually don't get it. So please, go check it out and go donate. I mean, I can't say it enough. It's a really cool project. So yeah, and we're pretty close getting done. And another thing is we have until the end of March. So if the end of March happens, we don't have that money raised, then we don't get it. And we really need the money because we actually have a lot more stuff to buy. So far, we actually spent $1,400 on thermocouples, some extra instrumentation just to get the experiments running. All of our trough materials, because our receiver tubes are too short, so we had to retrofit the parabolic trough to fit the new receiver tubes. So yeah, we really need this money so we can buy some more stuff. We actually need a pump. We need some more materials because we need to make the receiver tubes just a little bit longer. So we'll buy stainless steel tubing for that. And we also need tubing to connect all our flow meters. And yeah, that's another thing. A flow meter, and those things are pretty expensive. But I'm just rambling on about instrumentation now. But like I said, check out the link in the description, please. It really helps me out. And spread the word about that link. Send it on Facebook. Send it on Twitter. And help us raise some money. This game's about to wrap up, and I thank you for watching. And stay tuned for more experience and more videos.